Ah, I've been trying all day to get this video done. Um, because the energy is so big this week, and we have a full moon in Leo, 5 degrees. Um, Jupiter is also at 5 degrees, which is kind of like that helium balloon energy. It just adds gasoline to the fire, and it elevates the emotions because this is a fiery full moon coming up on Thursday. Um, what else do I want to say there? So, Leo is it's the essence of self-expression. It's the solar energy. And right now, Pluto is with the sun in Aquarius. So this creates this like T-square of excitement that has to do with um, processing Plutonian themes. And Plutonian themes are always a little bit underground. They're under your skin, and they have to do with power. So because Pluto is just moving into Aquarius, there's a whole new zone for you to explore in your chart that has to do with Aquarius and the hidden to be discovered gold of those underground, it's like underground treasure in a way. And that's a really positive way to say it because Pluto is, it's a little bit of um, it's the alchemist, but not in a way, we want to run screaming from the room half the time when Pluto's coming around, especially toward our personal planets, just because it's going to turn you inside out and change you from the inside. And it's almost like changing your molecular structure or something, turning you from one state of being into another state of being. So just picture, we have 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius for a new part of your chart. And you are graduating from the intensity of Pluto since 2008 in Capricorn. So the Capricorn area of your chart is getting a graduation party soon, fairly soon. We're still working on that. It's a little bit of a cusp time. This week, so just being aware of the high emotional energy, being aware that there's like things that may blow things a little bit out of proportion or bigger than they originally were, with the Jupiter coming in. And just, depending on what your chart looks like, this may come in the form of something inside of you wanting to get much bigger, or working with power themes within yourself, or it may be coming from outside and feeling that pressure and that competition with another person or with other people, or even with um, ideas, or structures. Now, uh, Saturn is also at 5 degrees, and this is a weird aspect. So there's an aspect here, which just means it means um, you can feel something. Um, and it's an aspect that is not very comfortable because you feel like all the stuff is changing and you're getting excited about this sort of new area of empowerment in your life. And yet, do you have the structure? Do you know what steps to take to crystallize this energy? There's a lot of new stuff that we're moving into this year. So Saturn is kind of doing its own thing over in Pisces, and the full moon is like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this energy. Like, does it go into this form? Does it go into that form? Where does it belong? So I don't think of this weekly energy as a time to necessarily make a big decision. I feel like this is a time of revelation, though, and it may even be just something that's going on, prompted by events. Typically, full moons will do that, that make you see your life in a new way. And also with Pluto and Aquarius at this 0 degree, you're going to be like, oh my God, I had no, what is this new awareness? Just being aware of your life in a very different way. But there's another important thing happening, which is the day after on the 26th, we have Uranus, planet of higher thought forms and intuition and freedom, is coming online. And so this is almost like a switch turning on. And this just adds something even more interesting to this week. One of my so none of us have lived through Pluto and Aquarius unless we have lived a very long time. The last time that we had Pluto and Aquarius was around the time of the American Revolution. So it's a very exciting, revolutionary kind of energy that affects the people. And, astrologers speculate about what it could mean now, based on looking at history, but we don't know until we've walked through it. So we're about to walk through it. We're walking through it now. And one of what I speculate, what I feel about the collective, human beings in general, is, since the internet came on board and we've been using it as our externalized form of telepathy. So you think of something, you can look it up quickly. It's hard to hide information because it's all at your fingertips. That we've been bombarded mentally, and our nervous system hasn't really caught up and isn't really at the same speed as information. And we also have too much information and not enough discernment. And so I'm calling Pluto and Aquarius the age of discernment, that this is a period where we're going to have to become much more aware of our energy, what we're doing with our energy, and in particular, um, you as a telepathic being. And what happens to another human being when you have a thought about them? What happens to you when other people are having a thought about you? When I was growing up, there was this idea that sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Um, and I was in a recent conversation with somebody about how, especially on the social spaces, social platforms, that this there's an energy of contempt that is almost automatic, and you can feel it, you can see it in people, and it's through responses and threads and where people are coming from. And Uranus coming online is, first of all, it's going to ping everybody. It's adding electricity to the air this week, but it's an invitation to go to a higher level with how you think about yourself, how you think about other people. What are your day-to-day thoughts? Like, is there contempt when you look at somebody on social media doing their thing? Or, when you read a news story, what is going on with your energy? Because, a thought carries energy and it connects to somebody else's energy. It's magnetic. And I think that is part of what Pluto and Aquarius is going to bring us in the next 20 years, is a really complete understanding of how this actually works, and the power of the thought, the power of telepathy. Yeah, this full moon has really revved up my mental energy. And, here it is at the end of the day, and I was wanting to get this video done before the full moon, just to share some of my thoughts about the energy this week. Um, I this week is really a time of revelation. That's what I get is, anytime the emotions are stirred, the thoughts are stirred as well. And also Aquarius is very mental, and Leo is all about the heart and the feelings, and what's in your heart. And I guess what I would say is this is a week to witness, watch, ground yourself a little bit with a little bit of discernment with this T square. It's a lot of um hot energy, even though it's like a thunderstorm. Aquarius is cold, Leo's hot, and Taurus is in the mix as well. I I think if you are patient with the energy this week, you will discover some not only revelations, but like great insights that even though you can't unpack them quite with where Saturn is, relative to the full moon, you will be able to find like new pathways, like new ways of doing things where you feel stuck, new ways to innovate your life. And that is what's exciting about Uranus coming online with this full moon. It is a lot of energy. Just, drink some water, take some salt baths, take good care of yourself, and more than anything, be gentle with you mentally. Be aware of the power of your thoughts because they're they're felt and they're visible. And so that's what I have for you on the full moon. I'm just revved up and all over the place, but I would love to know how this full moon is treating you. How do you feel it in your chart? Where are you graduating? Your Capricorn sector to your Aquarius sector? I want to hear. And I hope you enjoy this full moon.